Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I'm going to make a beef and cabbage veggie skillet. It is so good, and it is super flavorful, and it is full of veggies and full of protein. So high protein, low carb, amazing. I am going to turn this on. I hadn't turned it on yet. I have 2 pounds of ground beef, and I am going to... This is grass-fed ground beef, organic grass-fed. The highest percentage of fat that's available is what we always get. And this is from Aldi. Costco also has one that is great and is actually the same economical as Aldi, or both, like they're both comparable. So I'm going to add the same amount of spices to my meat first, and then I'm going to add my veggies, and then I'm going to add the same amount of spices again to the rest of the dish so that it has all the flavor and all the parts. And we're going to start with pink salt. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of pink salt. 1 teaspoon of pink salt. Tell me where you're watching from. Like, share, heart this video, so that more people around the world can know that they too can eat like this, and that it can be really flavorful and really simple to make. This is one of my favorites because it is a 1-pot meal like I did yesterday, but it also is so full of protein and veggies. It's really a great option. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And tell me what you are eating tonight. 1 teaspoon of cumin. 1 teaspoon of cumin. This is almost like a taco skillet. It's very similar to my taco skillet, or my fried taco skillet. Only slightly different, but it's very similar to that. And then 1 teaspoon of paprika. The spices are slightly different. I'm gonna have to open up another paprika and do a little bit more in the next one. Wasn't quite a full teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of paprika. And now I am going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I am making a beef and cabbage veggie skillet. And it is it's all 1 pot, super simple. The longest and hardest part, it's not even hard, is just that it takes time to cut the veggies. So that is something that you could prepare before you go to, make it, so that you already have it cut. If you have all those veggies cut, you just have to pull them out and dump them. So much easier than if you have to take the time to cut them at this time. All right, let me mix this around, and then we're gonna add our veggies and a couple of ingredients, and then we just get to let it cook. And there's 1 ingredient too that we haven't added. Well, there's several ingredients that we haven't added yet, so not just veggies that are coming. And we had an amazing call last night, all about our anti-resolution movement. Our anti-resolution movement is that we just have to make shifts, and we don't need a program. We just need to have the education, the right tools, the right support, and in doing that, we can actually make huge shifts over a year's time with consistency. And that is our it's no more programs, just progress. You're going to want to be a part of this, and if you missed the call last night, you need to hear this call. It was absolutely, I need to go back and listen to it again. So there's a recording, and I'm going to be taking notes. I'm going to be sharing this information that I learned, because it was so powerful, and so many really inspiring stories too. So definitely put the word replay. Let's put the word story. Put the word story in the comments, or education. I don't know. Put the word story or education in the comments. I should be definitive. If you want the link to the replay of the call last night, because you're going to want this education. It was literally one of the best calls that we've had 2 doctors and science, like a naturopathic doctor, a Dr. Ryan Lowry, who's the co-author of the Ketogenic Bible, and Dr. Andy Campitelli, who is a naturopathic doctor in Toronto. And then we had the stories, and we had a fitness professional. It was just remarkable and so full of information that I knew and that I have used in my own transformation, but also just, I love the perspective. You're going to love Dr. Andy's perspective if you've never heard her speak. She really, I've learned from her over the last 9 years, and I have followed her unconventional ways, I guess I should say. I'm not gonna spill the tea. So, put the word story or education in the comments if you would like the link to the education call from last night. All right, while this continues to cook, I am going to add the rest of my ingredients, and then I'll let it cook more. So first I'm going to add my veggies, most of my veggies. So I have a cup. It's actually a little bit more than a cup because I had more and I already had cut off the ends of the tomatoes. But these are Roma tomatoes. 3 to 4 tomatoes is good. My recipe is for just a cup. I think I have like a cup and a half. So I'm going to add those. I have 1/3 of a cup of fresh cilantro. I have 2 diced bell peppers. And 1/2 of an onion, which is like 1/2 cup of diced onion. And I'm going to mix this all in, all around. It is, who celebrates, I don't know if that's the right way to talk about it, but who regularly has a tradition of having Taco Tuesday in your house? We don't try to, or we don't like intentionally, but today this is almost like a taco skillet. And we are having, well, we're not having tacos. We actually were going to, and then we didn't have any sour cream, and the girls really like sour cream on their tacos. So we're holding off on the tacos to have this, which is very similar to tacos, except that it's like in a skillet format, like a bowl, like a taco bowl. All right. Now, let me get this well mixed because I don't want onions only in one part, and I don't want cilantro only in one part. I want it to all be mixed. Oh, the photo bomber is here. Okay, now I'm going to add to this 1 tablespoon of avocado oil. One tablespoon of avocado oil. And we have a new person who's living in our house, and that person also has a dog who just came by me. And her name is Mitzi, so you'll see her here and there, and the dog's name is Baloo. They're now a part of our family for the time being, and we are excited for their presence. All right, now, mixing this all around, and now I'm going to add, I have more spices, but then I'm also going to add 2 more ingredients. So, I need to add something else first. I need to now add the cabbage. That's the beef and cabbage part. This is a head of cabbage. It's like a medium small head of cabbage, which is good because it's plenty. And it's going to seem like it's not going to fit, and I'm going to have to be really careful for a moment until it starts to reduce in size. And I just chopped it into like squarish pieces. This is where it's really helpful for me to have my 2 spoons because it's really easy for this to not feel like it's gonna fit. I might have needed to use my paella pan today, which is slightly bigger than this one, I think. But Joe is using a soda stream right now, which he got for Christmas. If you have a soda stream that makes, or some type of machine that makes your water carbonated, tell me, stream in the comments. I want to know who else has one. We've never obviously had one until now. And Joe told me just an hour ago how much he was loving it, and that he's loving having carbonated water with his ketones, carbonated water in general. So I'm so glad that he got it for Christmas. All right, I am almost done mixing this a little bit, enough that it can like move a little bit. But I'm scared right here because it's so full.
And she always makes messes.
I do. I'm a messy cooker. I'm a messy chef. Not a cooker. I'm a messy chef. Are you messy or clean? I will name it. I am messy. He is clean.
I am clean.
He's clean. What about you? Put clean or messy in the comments. Are you messy or clean? Thankfully, the clean one is the one who cleans up after the cook, because I probably wouldn't meet his standards if he was cooking and I had to clean. So it's probably better that it works out like this anyways.
Agreed.
But I tried. All right, I think we're good. It's really full. Let me show you how full it is. It's so full. So full. Okay, now we're going to add to this the spices, and then we have 2 more ingredients still. So while this is cooking all along, it gets to cook. Okay, so we're gonna do a teaspoon again of pink salt. A teaspoon of pink salt. I can't separate these. There we go. Teaspoon of pink salt. And then after that's to taste, you can also add cayenne pepper like I add to mine and he adds to his. But we don't add it in the girls because they are... One of them actually really could handle spices when she was little, and then she stopped. I think she got influenced by the other one.
Yep.
Who said it's spicy, and she actually didn't think it was spicy, but because the other one said it was spicy, she stopped saying that it was. All right, that's a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now a teaspoon of cumin. I'm almost out of cumin too. Teaspoon of cumin and a teaspoon of paprika. Which I have to open. Oh, it's already open. Good. Teaspoon of paprika. It's okay. That last one didn't get a full teaspoon, so this is perfect. And then a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then just one more. No more spices. 2 more ingredients. I need to mix this, and then we have the 2 ingredients, and then I'm gonna let you go and let it just, I'll mix it every once in a while. And it'll probably need to cook for it's until the cabbage is soft. So it'll probably be another 15 minutes or so. All right. Like I said, the hardest part of this is the cutting of the cutting of everything. But once you have it cut, you just have to mix it. And if you have a bigger pot than I do, whether it's a like soup pot or if it's a wider saucepan like this, that'll be best for this recipe because it is so full until everything starts to reduce in size. It's so full. All right, it's almost all mixed. And it definitely is the best when this cabbage is soft, not crunchy. Well, I mean, that's up to you, but in my opinion, the cabbage is best when it's crunchy. I mean, soft. Soft. Tell me where you're watching from. Like, share, heart this video. You're going to want to try this one. And now I'm going to add my 6 beaten eggs. In all the parts. And then I have one more ingredient to add, but this says I've got to mix the egg around first. And I want to know who else likes skillets. I like skillets a lot.
Me too.
Joe too! Joe too! Alright. His name is Joe, if you didn't know that. I usually just say the photo bomber, but his name is Joe. Okay, now. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me if you if you want that recording, put story or education in the comments. If you if you're if you're messy or clean, tell me which one. So many ways to participate with me right now. I would love to know. Okay, almost there. So now this egg is going to be cooking. Things are starting to reduce in size. I'll show you. It looks a little less full than just a minute ago. And the last thing that we're going to add is your choice, 1 to 2 cups of shredded cheese. We're using Colby Jack because that's what we have. And I'm going to use closer to the 2 cups because we do have 2 pounds of meat and a lot of the cabbage. So I'm going to let it start to melt a little bit before I mix it. I want it to get kind of like integrated a little bit before I try to mix it. And then all I have to do is let it continue to cook. So tell me too if you're going to add spiciness to it. I do have jalapenos. I think oh, they're right there. I have jalapenos, so I'll probably cut those up for us, but if Joe wants them. You do want them? And for me and him usually, and sometimes Zariah, we're going to have some avocado too. Because this serves really well with that too. It is so good with that. Okay, it is getting close to being melted, but I want it to be like stuck melted enough that it will mix well. So I'm going to let it be for a moment more, and then I'm going to mix it around, and then I'm just going to let it cook, mixing it every so often. So you can see here, let's see, like here it's almost melted, here it's melted, there it's not melted. So we're going to wait for those spaces, but that's it. You can serve it with avocado. Tell me if you would put avocado in the comments, or if you make it spicy in some way with jalapenos or habaneros or with, and you can cook those with that if everyone likes that. That's the best option. Or cayenne pepper. From my house to your kitchen.
Wait, I'm going to show you how messy she is. Messy.
Messy. I am messy. I own it. I am messy. I am messy. I own it. And thankfully, my lovely husband is clean and cleans up after me. All right, that's it. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.